Respected ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'll be showing you how to form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth effectively before 2021. Now there is a strategy I'm going to show you so you can have a better game. However, most of you might not want to hear this. This is not a skilled formable if you're rushing it for the skin pack. It boils down to luck. What the players around you decide to do, that sort of thing. And simply having a country like Russia take over one country from the formable can ruin the entire run, which is a pretty common thing to happen. But first, let's go over some things about the new update that just dropped that comes with this skin pack. Projects have been added with a variety of effects upon completion, some of which have specific requirements that must be met beforehand. A new technology has been added that increases the number of projects that can run concurrently. More dynamic flags have been added. A petrochemical building that uses oil to produce consumer goods. Not that great. A nuclear dismantlement peace deal option. You can now immediately play as a releasable when the game starts, and they still begin with 500 political power, which is a nice advantage to have over everyone at GameStar. Factories now produce resources regardless of whether they have input or not, technically, along with various quality of life changes, including UI improvements and a global population display. It's a pretty good update. Oh, and did you know resistance got nerfed? Well, even though it's across the board, I looked at the stats. Resistance with forts will remain a powerful feature. This is a feature that still needs major nerfs. Anyways, let's begin the video. All right, here we are. Surprisingly, didn't take me that long to get Poland. First things first, max out the government spending, military spending, minimum taxes, stay focused, press regulation, and ignore safe. Halt. Slow it down a little bit, man. Alright, so the first thing I do is government spending for the political power gain. And then I increase my military spending all the way because, of course, more military attack and defense. Then I drop my taxes to minimum for stability. This is for the additional macro, so we can get more manpower increase over time. Then I choose state focused press regulation, which gives us even more political power gain and stability. After that, I go to the policies and choose ignore safety regulations for the reduced building cost. It used to give 5 corruption, now it gives 10 corruption whenever you choose it. For the factory setup, I select my capital and build a steel factory, and then my other largest city and build a motor on them. I then justify on Lithuania and Latvia. For our research, we're going straight into tank improvements, projectile design, and advanced active protection systems, which provide more defense against infantry. Of course, we're going to be attacking a lot of AI. I would rather my tanks not die. And then some political science, which we don't have enough research output to really go into them. And then I take off ignore safety regulations. Don't forget about that. Moving over to the military doctrines, the land one is the only one you have to choose here. Of course, it's going to be manure warfare, armored fist. And yes, I do say manure warfare intentionally, by the way. And we don't have enough military power to recruit a general, but we will be doing that as soon as we get the military power, so do not forget about that. I won't have it in the video, but we will be picking up a general as soon as it's available. Generals are RNG, so just pick up the one that you think is best for the run. So now that we have some free time, I'm going to take a look at the player spawn, and look at that. Look at that RNG. Russia is somehow not a player. Now, they do become a player. And also Germany. I try to send them a non-aggression pact. Guess what happens? They accept. What the hell is this game? 1 in a million odds right here. Right when the factories are done, I try to spawn out as many tanks as I can as soon as possible. It's important to get these up ASAP, because you never know, you might have some players coming for you. And we pretty much dump all of our money into it, only saving 7 million. So now that Russia is a player and my war goals are done, I'm going to be justifying on Ukraine and Estonia, actually saving Belarus for last. And I choose propaganda only. That is another plus 10 stability. I shouldn't need to include these wars against the AI in the video. It's more efficient if you are microing your tanks to each of the cities. I only use auto capture really on Ukraine, but yeah, you could probably just get away with auto capturing. To be more efficient though, micro the troops. First country is dead. Do not miss seizing 75% of their treasury and all of their land, of course. You will be entering debt. I'm immediately going to use all of that money to spawn more tanks. I would not be afraid of debt here. It's just about getting those tanks up and killing the AI, killing your opponent. This is not a long-term game that you're playing for the short term, constantly spawning tanks whenever we got the ability to. And actually, one thing I forgot to do in this video was turn off reinforcements for my tanks. That way, instead of reinforcing the existing tanks in the field, I would just be able to spawn brand new ones. So I would recommend that, actually. We're in the final stretch. I've declared war on Ukraine. I'm justifying on Belarus, and I've also declared war on Estonia. Now, I am thinking a little bit ahead here. If I ever need to get into a war with Russia, I'm gonna need some more money. So I justify on Slovakia just in case something might go wrong and I do need to attack Russia. The Ukrainian AI can be pretty annoying. Just get that capital snipe on them and let the AI come to you. And the final country, Belarus, annexed them. I immediately spammed the form button. Now I'm going to equip this skin. And I will be doing a montage at the end of the video for the skin pack, just so I can extend the video to 8 minutes. Just going to continue talking here so we can continue extending the video to 8 minutes. That way we can put ads on it and get some money out of it, right? But yeah, it really does boil down to having that good RNG. As you can see, we did it September 2019. There was no Russian player contesting us, although they did become a player. Looks like they were focusing mostly on Kazakhstan. And the German player was kind enough. I noticed he had the skin pack as well, so maybe he was just playing Germany. That way Polish players can actually form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. What a nice lad. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this update, and is there anything you wish to see added to the game in the future? Maybe you wish to see something removed. I personally think it's a really good update. Some UI changes were definitely needed, as well as those other quality of life updates. The projects I haven't used much, so I don't have a comment on them. I heard they can be pretty overpowered though. And let me know what you think about the new skin pack, Renaissance. Do you think the requirements are too difficult? There is nothing else to say, so let's just sit here together in silence and pray to the RNG gods that whoever is going to form this has good luck and does not get a Russian or German player who mess up their formable.
Screaming out, yeah, baby. That's the fucked up pain. That's yeah, baby.